What's going on, guys? Welcome to March 16th. We got no toilet paper. We got spring happening in 4 days. We got life and 2020. A lot of people are asking for a refund on 2020. But yeah, obviously my heart goes out to anyone or has loved ones who have been affected. Try not to freak out. If you're listening to this show, you're probably not one of the preppers who bought up all the toilet paper. If you are, hit me up and I will pay you for some toilet paper. Really smart entrepreneurial move. I want to see somebody come out on Craigslist selling toilet paper. I'm going to go search it, in fact, right now. How funny would it be to see? You know how much hate you would get if you were selling toilet paper on Craigslist or Facebook Market? You'd have to by saying, hey, I've had this stacked up. I shop at a wholesale club and we only go twice a year and we have extra toilet paper. And in the goodness of our heart, we're selling it. I guess you really couldn't hedge. It would just make you look terrible. Let's see. I'm going to search for sale. I'm in Craigslist. This will be so funny if it's for sale in here. I'm searching toilet paper in my local area. Okay, nothing. I'm not seeing it. Oh, actually, someone is selling. Oh, never mind. Okay. No. Oh, wow, that's disgusting. A wooden potty chair? What in the world? Oh, it looks like a. Anyway. This time, during this time, guys, this is actually. So, for all of you listening who are healthy, thank God for health. If you are. Let me just step back. It's been. This corona thing, the COVID, it has affected everyone. Whether or not you or anyone you know has gotten sick, it's affected everyone at this point because things are shutting down. The stock market is basically tanking, and a lot of different things are happening. Maybe you are in your 60s and your 401k is lost 20% of its value in the last 10 days, right? Maybe you are a young person that was exposed to somebody who may have had the coronavirus or actually does, and therefore you can't go anywhere near your family for the indefinite future because no one really knows what's going on. There are so many different factors that come into play with this. A lot of us are being affected in some random ways. The biggest way I've found, though, that we've been affected is the quarantine. Pretty much everyone is socially distancing. This is an opportunity, though, in this moment, if you aren't being affected other than the quarantine thing and you have a level head, you've been healthy, you're not sick, you don't have to be overly concerned with food or supplies and whatnot. Like, everything's fine, the sun is shining. Life is pretty good outside of there's a bunch of people dying from this virus that we don't know how to cure. Really horrible. So that said, it's a weird thing. But that aside, this is a time that is actually like the opportunity of a lifetime. Hear me out on this. I'm not saying this to sound insensitive because, quite frankly, it is insensitive. That's why I said put the virus aside. If that is all okay in your world, then this is an opportunity of a lifetime. We're getting a large majority of the workforce is being asked to postpone their work. Classes are shutting down. Sports are canceled for the indefinite future. All this is happening. And what I want to say is for the people who are being asked to work from home or work remotely, this is a time where you don't have commutes now for the next 2 weeks or even into the unforeseeable future. Maybe it's going to be a month. Can you imagine if this was a month long? That would get a little stuffy. So I'm going to read you a post from somebody I follow online, and they're an entrepreneur, an angel investor, and they wrote this on a post for social media, and I found it really well said. So here, I'm going to read it to you now. During this rare situation in history, where we don't know when events, schools, public venues will reopen, and many people are forced to stay home from work indefinitely. Encourage people to occupy their time by improving minds, bodies, souls, and skills. Inspire them to read that book. Listen to those useful podcasts. Shameless plug, Heart Healthy Hustle. Study online courses. Catch up on emails, organizing your house. Learn new job industry skills. Utilize these crazy times to better ourselves, for when the dark clouds pass, the sun will be shining bright again. I thought this post was really encouraging because, hey, like I said in the beginning, if you're pretty much your world's unfazed, this is a time where it really can be an opportunity of a lifetime. And I am all about being prepared for when opportunity strikes. This is a time where you could, probably the easiest time in history to create a viral video. Will you be able to monetize that video? Probably not, because YouTube is demonetizing, meaning you can't advertise on top of your video if it mentions the coronavirus. But there are so many different opportunities, if nothing more, than to spend some extra time with your family and loved ones, to call that long-lost friend, to catch up on that book you wanted to finish reading in 2019. Whatever the case is, this is a time to not take for granted. Keep your routines going. If you are working remotely or working from home, treat that as if you're still working at the office. Get up at the same times, take the same showers, wear the same clothes as if you're going out. Treat it with respect. Treat yourself like a professional. Honor your time. What we'll find, I believe, is that during this time, you're going to get a lot of crazy media stuff. So if you can mute that out, just kind of get updated on the important things periodically, great. But I wanted to be an example of this by posting today's interview with Ruben Garcia. He's actually in North Carolina as well, quite a bit of ways away from myself. So I'm pumped to share today's episode with you. You'll learn about starting up in real estate. You'll learn about managing life and family. You'll learn about daily routines, their importance, and you'll also learn about the main thing I took away from this time with Ruben is how efficiency in your scheduling and how to maximize your calendar. God holds the whole world in his hands, I believe, so I'm at peace. Obviously I'm taking the necessary precautions, taking it very seriously, and I'm not allowing it to cause me to worry. And I think overall society is doing a great job as well with that. From my perspective, like everybody seems to be keeping their cool. I want to also just share this with you guys. Bear with me. Not all of you listening share the same beliefs as me, but I want to share this with you nonetheless. I think it will be encouraging to everyone listening. This is actually scripture, and it says, "Peace, be still." As in Mark 4, verse 37-41, it says, "And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. And they awake him, and say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose and rebuked the wind, and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. And he said unto them, Why are ye so fearful? How is it that ye have no faith? And they feared exceedingly, and said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? If you do rest in the Lord, today is not a day to fear. Regardless, live your life in faith, live it on offense, optimism, and you will find it easier to remain encouraged. I genuinely do believe that this is going to be a blessing in disguise. A month from now, I'm hoping that that's what it's going to be, and I really believe that. So I'm excited for this interview. Let's get into it. Before we do, I just want to wish you guys a safe week. Just stay safe, stay blessed, and keep getting after it.